What's good, Philip? I just wanted to give you a brief recount of what I experienced with the UAP stuff. First and foremost, I want to say if I offended you, I guess, with those texts, I'm terrible at texting and stuff like that, man. But I'm just saying, like, don't want me to pressure anybody. Sometimes I can be kind of pushy with people, so that's something I've been working on for years. So, but anyways. So the recount goes like this. We just got past the northern school. So northern school's on the left side. We're going towards Red Lake and stuff like that. We're coming up to that hill. As we approach this hill, we see this big ball of light. It's way off in the distance, but it wasn't so. It was close enough to tell that it was like a ball of fire. It was just pure ball of fire. We thought it was like an asteroid, but it was like, this thing is really close to the earth, you know what I mean? So as we started going up into that incline on that hill, it zoomed real fast and it disappeared. So it was like, started off in the top of the sky, then shot at like an angle like that, and it disappeared into the tree line, but it looked like it was a great distance away. So my dad was like, "Oh my God, you guys all see that?" And everybody in the vehicle was like, "Yeah, we seen that. We're right here with you, Dad." And so we end up making it over the hill. And as we get over the hill, we observe another ball of light. So the other one shot off, disappeared, into the tree line somewhere far away. But this thing was so close. It was radiating just pure energy, right? It seemed like it was a big ball of fire. It was closer. Even though we were in the vehicle, it felt like we could feel that energy being pressed on my face. I know that's how I felt. I could see my nose. It was like, it was reflecting back, because that's how much energy coming off of this thing. And you could see it on the hood of the vehicle. And you're like, holy shit, I've never seen anything like that in my life, right? I'd say, we'll use this tree line as an example. It was probably about that far away. I'd say maybe like 20 feet, give or take 10 or 20 feet. But it was probably only twice as high as the tree line. So this thing was way closer than the one that was shown before we went up to the hill. And it was big as shit. I'd say it was probably at least as big as and as round as a frickin' like one of those Suburbans, Tahoes or something like that. But it was kind of hard to tell when it's that distance. It might have been greater because of the distance, you know what I mean? I'm terrible at gauging distances and stuff like that. And if I say it, I probably drastically underestimate it, or the distance I underestimate or undermeasure the distance, just because I'm so terrible at it. But it was when we came up past the hill and we seen this thing hovering about twice as high as that tree line, about the same distance, give or take 10 to 20 feet, I'd say. Like I said, I'm just estimating, but we were going in the vehicle and we were traveling about 60 on that road, 65 maybe, because my dad likes to speed a little bit. But this thing, then it zooms out. It just goes out of sight. It shows itself for a brief second, and then all of a sudden it was like impossibly fast. And I was like, what the fuck? And I don't know, at first it was like, because of the first one was like an asteroid, but when we came up to this thing, it was like, I don't know what the fuck that thing is, It was creepy, it was scary and stuff like that. And we almost hit the road ducks too. So it felt like it lasted forever. I know my heart was beating out of my chest, and my adrenaline was so high, and just a mixture with that and with, how my father was acting. My father's, always one of the strongest people in my life and in our family, pretty much, you know what I mean? So to see that guy scared like that, I guess that plays a whole different type of factor in and of itself, I believe. So, but that's pretty much my recount of what happened that night, and with that UAP sighting. So most of my other stuff that comes usually is just ghosts and stuff like that from my experience. So this was the first time I ever, and last time as far as I know, besides these drones that I've been seeing around town recently or nearby here. So I've seen them about twice now, but that's within the last month or two. So yeah, I don't know if this is adequate enough for you or anything like that, or if you wanted to talk or something like that. But here goes the recording, man. I look forward to hearing back from you, buddy. Hope you have a great one. Peace.